This is the kind of tired that sleep does not fix. Let's talk about it. This is Real Talk, Real Faith inside Soulful Sister Sanctuary. I am your host, Zaria Grace. This space is for grown women who love God, carry a lot on their shoulders, and are ready to live lighter. Here, we talk about why we feel the way we do and how to move with peace, clarity, and faith that feels steady. We're going to keep it real, we drop the mask, and we lay it down so that God can pick it up. Take what fits, leave what doesn't, but don't ignore what hits. Now let's begin. When did tired become your new normal? And I'm not talking about just the tired after a long day. I'm talking about that constant underlying exhaustion that you feel from day to day. When you're overwhelmed, always on, but still expected to function like everything is fine. And the scary part is that you've gotten so used to it that you don't even question it anymore. So today we're going to break this down to talk about what's actually happening in your body, what this kind of tired is doing to you over time, and why it's so hard to just relax even when you try. And listen, I get it. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I have people depending on me too. This isn't about acting like life isn't busy. This is about recognizing when busy has turned into something a whole lot deeper. Because what if this just isn't a busy season? Like, think about it. When was the last time that you actually didn't feel tired? What if the tension in your body, the tightness in your shoulders, the headaches, the constant racing thoughts that just won't shut off? What if that is just not about life being busy, but it's actually your body trying to tell you something? Because I see this all the time, especially with strong women. You've learned how to function in stress, how to just keep pushing through, take care of everything and everyone, and still show up like everything is perfectly fine. So now, even when you're tired, even when your mind is still doing the most, slowing down isn't what you do. You just keep going. You adjust, you fix, you figure it out like you always do, and you keep it moving. You tell yourself, oh, I'll just rest later. But if we're going to be real, later never comes. And after a while, your body will just stop asking for a break. It'll just stay tight, alert, holding on to tension and bracing for the next thing. And here's the thing about it. This doesn't feel like stress anymore. It just starts feeling like you. Like, this is just how I am. You may even tell yourself, this is just what comes with being responsible, dependable, and strong. But what you're feeling, that constant tension, that underlying anxiety, that exhaustion that you have deep down to your bones, that's not your personality. That's your body being under pressure too long. Because when you're constantly showing up for everyone, handling things, pushing through, solving problems, your body does not read that as strength. It reads it as stress. And not the stress that just comes and goes, but the stress that never turns off. So even when nothing around you is happening, your body still feels tight and anxious. Those knots in your stomach, your nervous system is always paying attention. It's your body's internal alarm system. And when you're constantly in the mode of fixing, doing, carrying, worrying, that alarm just keeps blaring in the background over and over and over again. And it's not because something is wrong in that moment, because your body has learned This is how we live. This is how I'm going to stay. I'm always stressed. This is my normal. And when that alarm never goes off, your body can actually forget what it's like to relax. So now being tense just feels normal. Being on edge, normal. Pushing through feels normal. But just because something feels normal does not mean that it's right. And then this is a place where it starts to show up not emotionally, but physically, because that constant I'm tired feeling that just doesn't go away can lead to sleep issues, brain fog, that anxiety that sits in your body. Then it goes a little bit deeper and it can cause digestive issues, hormone imbalances, weight changes, headaches that just won't let up. And for some of you, it could even lead to high blood pressure. For others, diabetes, heart concerns, chronic pain. And it can feel like it's just random, like your body is just breaking down, but it's not random. Those are patterns. And guess what? Chronic stress is at the center of it. I remember I used to ask myself and feel like, what is wrong with me? Like, do I need medication? Why does my body feel like this? But maybe the better question is, what has my body been trying to say that I've just been too busy surviving to listen to? Your body has been carrying what you didn't have time to process, what you had to push past, and what you had to survive. And when you ignore those signals too long, your body doesn't stop speaking, it changes how it speaks. And it changes through symptoms that you just cannot ignore anymore. Your body was never designed to carry this level of pressure day after day, month after month, year after year. And the truth is, what you're carrying isn't surface level stress. Nah, girl, it's deeper than that. It's layered. And if we don't start addressing it at the root, you'll keep trying to fix symptoms and miss the source. And let me say this because somebody needs to hear it. There's nothing wrong with you. The way that your body is responding, it actually makes sense. When you've been strong for so long, when you've had to keep going, always figuring it out, holding things together, your body adapts to that. It learns this is what we have to do in order to get through. So you are not broken. You're responding to the life that you learned to live. But just because your body learned this does not mean that it has to stay that way. We carry a lot. We have the family, the kids, responsibilities, managing the household, careers, holding together relationships. We have expectations that are spoken and unspoken, and we carry things that most people don't even have to think about. We've become the expert multitaskers, the anticipators, the one who thinks 3 steps ahead of everybody, the one who remembers everything. We hold it all together. We're the heartbeats of the family. And I want to pause right there and say, I honor that. I honor your capacity, your strength, the way that you have shown up each day over and over again, even when you were tired. That didn't come from nowhere. That came from what was placed on your shoulders, what you've had to carry, what you've had to figure out on your own. But we also have to be honest at the same time, because there is a cost of being that person every single day. When you're always the one holding everything together, who's holding you? When you're always anticipating everybody else's needs, when do your needs get met? When you're constantly pouring out and giving, who's pouring out and giving back to you? And at some point, you have to ask yourself a real question. Is this starting to cost me too much? Is it costing me my peace? Is it costing me my health, my joy, or my happiness? Strength was never meant to come at the expense of your well-being. And the version of strong that you've been living, if it's leaving you depleted, overwhelmed, and exhausted, then it's no longer strength. Honey, you are surviving. And you were never meant to live there forever. I know you may be thinking, okay, I hear this, I feel you, but this is a lot. It's a lot to stop. But you know why? Because this didn't start yesterday. This way of being, of holding it together, you learned this. At some point, it was survival. You had to grow up fast. You had to figure things out early. You didn't have the luxury of letting things fall apart. You had to learn how to push through. But over time, it didn't just become something that you did. Catch this. It became who you are. The strong one, the dependable one, the one that people can count on. So now, letting that go can feel right uncomfortable and even strange, because if I'm not the one that's holding everything and everybody together, then who am I? If I slow down, then what happens? If I stop anticipating everyone's need, will everything just fall apart? If I rest, why do I feel guilty? So this just isn't about behavior. It's about identity. It's about control. It's about safety. It's about the fear of what happens if you stop being who you've always been, and why change feels so hard. You're not just asking yourself to do something different. You're asking yourself to become someone different. And that type of change, it requires you to release who you've been for a really long time. So at some point, you have to decide, is survival still serving me, or is it slowly breaking me? Survival will keep you functioning, but it will cost you your peace. It will keep things moving, but it will drain you of your joy. It will help you hold everything together on the outside, but you will quietly fall apart on the inside. And your body already knows the answer. The tension that you feel, the constant fatigue, the mental overload, honey, that's not just a busy season. That's your body telling you, this is too much. You were never meant to carry all of this by yourself for this long. At some point, pushing through is no longer strength. Being strong starts to look like you're just ignoring yourself, abandoning yourself, silencing what your body has been trying to tell you for years. Because we celebrate the woman who keeps going, but we don't always check on the woman who never stops. So I need you to really sit with this. What is this version of strength costing you? What is it taking from you every single day that you haven't slowed down long enough to acknowledge? If it's costing you your health, your peace, your ability to rest, honey, it is too expensive. And no matter how long you've been carrying it, no matter how used to it feels, you are allowed to put it down. Hear this. Not everything needs your attention. Not everything needs your fixing, and not everything is your responsibility. And yes, that may mean letting people feel the weight of their own decisions. Let them figure it out. Let them grow. When you constantly do everything for everyone, you don't just exhaust yourself. You actually keep other people from becoming who they need to be. Saying no is not selfish. Setting boundaries is not wrong. Needing rest is not weakness. it is wisdom. And for some of you, the next level of your healing is actually not doing more, it's doing less. God never asked you to carry everything. We took that on, trying to fix everything, be everything for everybody. But that was never the assignment. And when you live like everything depends on you, you don't just exhaust your body, you lose your ability to trust. So what would that look like? To give some of that back, to loosen your grip just a little bit, to say, God, this is not mine to carry. God, I trust you with what I'm releasing. The things that I've been holding on to out of habit, out of fear, out of feeling like it's all on me, Lord, I'm giving that back to you. Because that is what it looks like to put things back where they belong, to recognize that I am allowed to have a peaceful day. I am allowed to take care of myself too. I am allowed to rest even without earning it. And I'm allowed to not carry everything and everyone. And maybe, just maybe, for the first time, you let yourself rest. Not because everything is done, but because you are no longer trying to be the one who does it all. So where do you even start? You don't start by trying to fix everything, but just start by noticing. Noticing when your body is tense, when you're pushing past your limits, when you're saying yes, when your body is saying no. Because awareness is how you begin to come out of survival mode. Not all at once, but little by little. If you're listening to this and realizing that this isn't just about a moment, it's actually a pattern for you, then this is the kind of work that I go deeper into through coaching. Because awareness will open your eyes, but real change requires intention, support, and consistency. And when you're ready, not to just hear this, but to actually live differently, I'll be here. Now, before you go unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, and take one slow, delicious breath in and out. You have carried enough for today. God never asked you to be everything for everyone. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say no. And you are allowed to be cared for. Strong doesn't mean silent, and burnout is not holy. Lay it down so that God can lift it up, and I'll see you inside the sanctuary.